Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Dave and Jeremy watch Star Trek for some reason. And this week we've got a special episode lined up for you. It's literally just episode 3 of the original Star Trek series, not including the unaired pilot, which we've already covered off way back in the first
We
episode.
have.
I'm Jeremy, and with me is Dave. Say hello,
Hello.
Dave.
Hello.
There we go. He is here. It's all right. I already knew he was here. That's what we call a
No,
little bit of showmanship for the
you're
channel.
pulling the curtain back and showing them all the
I know
secrets. God,
the
that's not
magic
good.
laid bare. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I have no idea what episode we're watching next. I think Dave did tell me the title of the episode last week, but I've forgotten already.
Yes, we are going to watch season 1 episode 3 where no man has gone before.
And if that isn't a great title, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it seems very Star Trek-y, that title.
Mm.
I don't know why. First aired September 22, 1966. Probably the most interesting thing about this episode is that it's actually the second pilot. After NBC rejected The Cage, they were convinced to make another pilot, and this is the next one they made, which they still didn't actually broadcast as the pilot.
Oh,
Which shows you how
jeez.
finicky they were.
What are
But
these guys up to? Yeah.
yeah, apparently,
So we're gonna watch it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Apparently, it got edited even more heavily after it was shown to NBC, and they edited it down even more. And yeah,
Goodness.
it's obviously had quite a journey.
Let's see if we can
Yeah,
spot the edits when we watch this.
yeah. Hopefully, they're not that obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are your impressions from the title? What do you think this is going to be all about?
Well, this is going to be one of those episodes where the crew of the Enterprise stumble across a mystery in deep space and may or may not beam down to a planet to investigate or have a strange visitor or... Oh no, the holodeck comes in TNG. That's right.
Yeah, no, there's
But
no
yes,
holodecks. No
yeah, it's not a
holodecks.
holodeck episode.
No.
Those come much later.
Yeah. Man, that thing always
Yeah.
goes wrong.
Yeah, I know, right? Seems like a bad idea, but I don't know. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, yeah, no, that's
So where no man has gone before. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be big old crazy weird aliens, um, shenanigans. Yep.
I'd be expecting standard kind of shenanigans, really.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Uh,
gonna be an improvement over Charlie X from last week, which was just an
I just didn't like
awkward
Charlie
coming of
X.
age story on
No,
a starship, which
didn't
yeah,
like it.
aged
It
poorly.
was just, yeah. Well, it wasn't even that it aged poorly. Like he was
He's just the
awful.
worst. He's like,
It's
oh my
awful the
goodness,
whole way. I just don't,
dude,
yeah, didn't
get some
like it.
life skills.
Didn't
Yeah,
like it. All right.
yeah.
Well, folks, I guess we'd better go off and watch this episode. So, and then I'm guessing that we will come back with some thoughts and some comments, and we might slip in even some current Star Trekky newsy stuff
What?
discussion.
Oh
Um,
yeah, let's do that because I have no idea what's going on in Star Trek news, and you can tell me.
there's not much point in us doing that though, because
Oh,
like this isn't gonna come out for weeks, right?
this won't age well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, none of our discussion is gonna age well. Anyway,
They're like, oh, this
folks.
new series sounds good, and then everyone comes in and it's like a piece of. Anyway, never mind. Yep.
Right, let's go, folks. I guess we need to have a stupid noise now. Let's do the traditional stupid noise. Were you not? Oh, there it is. Hey.
I think you meant me. I didn't realize. Sorry. Yep.
All right, folks. We'll be back soon. Well, there is where no man has gone before. Um, yeah, I don't know. It feels like there's a real run of omnipotent beings so far. Like
Yeah, they're
Charlie
starting on
X was an
the
omnipotent, and now we've got another couple of godlikes. And they left the
yeah.
galaxy. Wow. Okay. I don't think they're allowed to leave the galaxy later on. Like that's much more of a bigger deal. But I think because they haven't. One thing that's a little bit unclear at this point is what the scale of the universe is, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
like by the time you get to TNG, there's a very defined.
There's
There are
quadrants and
quadrants, and they stick very strictly within the galaxy, right? But at this point, it's just like, oh, we're just gonna leave.
let's go that way. What's
Go
over
that
this
way.
way? Oh, over
We
there.
traverse the whole galaxy. Yeah.
Exactly. What
Um.
could possibly go wrong? Yeah.
Yeah. Um. I still like it more than Charlie X purely because I think it has a much better story. Um. Like the problem with Charlie X Omnipotent Being story is that he turns up and he's awful and he remains awful throughout the entire show, and then he gets taken away. Whereas this actually has a little bit more. I thought this had more of a classical Star Trek plot where its powers are sort of given to people, and then they don't
Yeah.
use them properly, and then
Through no fault of their own, they develop these incredible unlimited powers, and
yeah,
the power goes to
exactly.
their heads, and they start going, "Oh well, humans are awfully annoying," and yeah, and so the humans have to do something about that because you know
Well, Kirk was still defending them though, which was weird for a little bit,
that's
and then
for a little bit.
Spock kind of said, "No, no, no, dude. These are not good people."
This is not going to turn out well for anybody.
And he listened to Spock, which was good.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely enjoyed it more than Charlie X. I gotta say, definitely enjoyed it more than Charlie X.
Far and away, I agree. Yeah.
Um,
Charlie X was just an annoying character.
Yeah,
And you
it
knew
just
exactly what was going to happen.
annoying.
He's acting like a brat, behaving terribly to everybody on the ship. And Kirk was once again kind of like, oh, well, he's not so bad. He's just a young man. And it's like, no. He's disappearing people and just being a dick.
The creepy bits were, I think, a lot better contained, right? And Charlie X, he's like really creepy with the yeoman, whereas this was a little more. It was a little more subtle. Apart from all the man talk about how many women they've bedded, the rest of it was kept to a reasonable level of creepiness instead of Charlie X, who, wow, it was just
wanted a
really
girlfriend.
Yeah.
That would have been, lucky lady, I'm sure. Yeah, so, yep, no, this was definitely better than Charlie X. Now, I can't remember what I rated that show, but I'm going to have to rate this one higher.
I can look it up. I actually now have a spreadsheet I have a spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet.
How dare you hold me to my word? I won't have this.
I made a spreadsheet because I'm weird like that.
Weirdo. Yep.
So, I think for Charlie X, you gave a score of
I was very
4.
5. Oh, 4, yeah.
4 out of 10. That's very aggressively.
Yep. I was not pleased with that one.
Yeah, so what are we're gonna rate the current outing of yet again omnipotent beings. Run
Take
amok.
2.
Take 2.
Yeah. But this time there's 2 of them and they're human.
And
well, they were.
Yeah. Although Kirk was really slow at figuring out that he shouldn't go through the big purple thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it's like, I don't
9
know. It's
dead crew members. I mean,
it's big purple thing. We should just head on into the big purple thing. What could possibly go wrong?
That's going to come up in his review, right? I mean, you don't just brush that one under the carpet. It's like, so Kirk, your performance record on board the Enterprise is stellar. However, how many crew was it you lost since our last visit? And you're like, well, certainly not triple digits.
We left Space Dock with 200 people, and now we've returned with 9.
Yeah.
Which is about how
well,
quickly they're
myself
getting rid
and
of them.
Scotty and Spock and Bones and Sulu and Uhura, and we're all okay.
We're all okay. It's all fine. No worries.
Yeah. So we're going to need
Weird.
another complement of crew, please. Yeah.
Yes, send us another batch, thanks.
It's like, strangely, people are reluctant to jump on board the Enterprise with James T. Kirk.
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting killed off.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I would give this one.
What did you decide? What numbers? What numbers?
Well, this one has to. This was an improvement. I agree. And so my score will reflect that, and I am going to give it a 6.
A 6. A 6 out of 10.
Yep.
Okay.
Still not great. I'm still not, this is rip-roaring. I was on board. It was a great mystery at the start with the, distressed call from a ship that disappeared. Sorry, how long? 200 years ago?
Oh yeah, 200 years ago. No, the setup was great. No, I liked the setup. I didn't like them
love
going
a good
into
setup
the big
like
purple
that.
thing. But
a bit of a mystery, but then it turns out, it just makes people go crazy. With power. Oh well, that's
I think they could have. I think they could have explained that a little bit better, but that's fine. No, I think it was solid enough. Definitely better than Charlie X, but I'm going to have to give it, I think, a 6 out of 10.
Wow, we are in agreement.
It was. I think it was okay.
Promising improvement, though.
It was definitely more enjoyable to watch than Charlie X. I really didn't like Charlie X. I'd like to go back and give Charlie X a lower number, but I gave it 5. But
you did, didn't you? And there I was going 4, and you're like, "Oh, that's harsh," and I'm like, "Well, you just wait and see."
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's a little on from when we watched Charlie X, and I'm just still reminded about. It wasn't great.
His face just makes me sorry to the actor who's probably not around anymore. But you just
Oh no, I thought one thing I do find is all of the actors are actually they're clearly trying quite
I've got no complaints
hard.
about
they're doing well with the material they've got.
Exactly.
I think I have much more of an issue with the material than I do any of the acting. It's actually pretty good, really. But
no complaints as yet.
But yeah,
Spock,
Spock was a bit weird in this.
Yeah, he's still finding his legs. That's the thing. I think we saw the Spock from the last episode we watched, which was that was Charlie X, wasn't it?
Yeah, last episode we watched was Charlie X.
It was actually more Spock-like in that, which makes sense. If this is the second unaired pilot, or
this was planned to be the pilot, and then they switched around the order.
Right, I see. Yep. So that it's still establishing. So that makes sense. Leonard Nimoy was, figuring out the character, I suppose, and so we're seeing that develop right before our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Wikipedia's got all these notes about how Spock's character changed between when they made the cage and when this one was made, which was the next one to be made.
He definitely did change, didn't he?
He definitely did change. He's still
smiling.
Well, no more showing a little bit of
smiles.
Yeah,
he's smirking, and
he's smirking, but he's not doing classic.
Not doing big smiles, not big creepy, unnatural for Spock smiles.
And I had no opening monologue. That was weird.
No, that's right. No space. The final frontier.
I think also we kind of expect shows to be very, very consistent now.
We do, yeah, and
they
are.
Even the first season, very consistent. You don't get much
title
variation.
Credits, exactly the same.
Yeah, everything's
well, the
all
thing
exact.
Is, exactly, everything's produced in one big kind of lump, I suppose. And you generally watch a series all in one sitting.
I think currently, that's the way they do television. I don't think that was the case when TNG was being done.
No.
I think TNG was still
TOS and TNG and
very much you shot back to back, week to week, right? Where now we do these whole, they go away for a year or two,
basically,
and make a season, and then they come back.
Everyone arrives on the set and stays there for a few weeks, and then they wrap up, and that's the whole season done. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was in the end. I thought it was good. It
was an improvement for sure.
Definitely an improvement. Definitely didn't hate it as much as Charlie X. So I think we're all good. Well, I think we'll probably leave this episode here, won't we?
Yep,
And
I think that's it for
yeah.
Where No One Has Gone Before.
No, it was where no man has gone before. You've just done the same thing I did
Oh
last
no,
week.
I've updated it for the modern times.
Yeah,
No,
it's just so
there I go
instinctive to
again, using my
say.
modern parlance. Yeah.
It's just so instinctive to say where no one has gone before
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
exactly the monologue I grew up with, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly. TNG. And I'm so glad
yeah.
they did that. But anyway, yeah.
Right, folks. Well, if you've stayed along with us, congrats.
Wakey
And
wakey, time to go.
wakey wakey, time to go. time to do something else now.
Yep.
And next episode, I think is
Oh, let's find the title out. Yes.
the next episode is The Naked Time,
Ooh, I'm not
which
sure about this one,
which
Dave.
which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Good luck, folks. See you all later.
See ya. Bye.